Hello, everyone. It's Monday, December 1st of 25. Barely, but we're still there. Yeah. Today's been a day. I spent 11 hours looking at the same fucking numbers over and over again. I mean, not the exact same, like different dates. Today was the tip project I told you all about. And I got going on it. And I was like, wow, this is not too bad. Ran into a couple of issues. I actually had to go downstairs for a couple of dates. Remember the day back in May when I was like, hey, the system is just fucked? We have no way to report anything? Yeah. Those dates. Had to get receipts for that. And I desire... Fuck it, I'm gonna have both of them. Yeah. I pretty much spent the majority of 11 hours, probably close to 10 hours, on these fucking numbers. And probably an hour total talking about tomorrow's plan to remove one of our desk agents. I did get some news regarding MagFest that I can't share. Why? Because it's not public yet. And I really want to share it, but I want to leave it as a surprise for everyone, including you, for a month from now. Let's just say orchestra performance is going to be really hype. At least for me. Again, I can't tell you why. But, no, I don't want to. But yeah, I'm excited for that show now. I'm excited for tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be basically end of month. Because I didn't do any of that today. I did not do any of end of month. Anyway, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, don't have to do with that tomorrow. Anyway, tomorrow's gonna be a shitty day, but also a good day. Because I get to move on from something. And I like that. Anyway. We'll see y'all tomorrow, or later, or sometime this week. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say. I just wanted to at least introduce the week. Because that's what I do on Monday. So, yeah. Later. Hello, everyone. It's cold. Heat's on. I just got home. The heat is turned on now. Or rather, it's turned up. I didn't turn my heat off. It was at 66 all day. I may have to turn it down a couple degrees. You know, it is cold here, but Kitty will be fine. I am Excuse me. It's Friday, so it means it's the weekend. Also, this week has actually been a really good week. I have quite enjoyed myself this week. I have, this has been a strange week because, like, on the one hand, y'all know I suffer really badly from imposter syndrome. I'm terrible. But yeah, this has been the first week in a while where I've actually felt like I knew what I was doing, like in my job. And that's great. Had my one-on-one with Joe yesterday, and told him as such. And it's weird feeling confident about the job, which usually my confidence tells me there's actually something missing somewhere, and I actually know what the fuck I'm doing. So, yeah, I don't know. It's been a good week. Even though, I mean, like, today was having to do the worst part of the job, which is letting someone go. Especially when he says, I liked working here. I'm like, if you liked working here, you would have done everything you could to keep it. I'm just saying, if you liked working here, you might have tried to do everything you possibly could to keep the job. So yeah, it's been nice. This week's been actually pretty nice. But yeah, today I had to do like I said, I had to do the worst part of the job, which was we let someone go. I barely did anything at work today, honestly. I did that. I did my rounds, making sure that, talking to everybody, saying hi, checking in with the restaurant, checking in with the front desk. One of our shuttle drivers was eating dinner in the restaurant. They are welcome to do that. I have no problem with that. He did give me an update on He gave me an update on one of our other shuttle drivers. We had one shuttle driver who we haven't seen in a while. But yeah, he suffered a stroke a few weeks back, and we were hoping that a couple weeks he'd be able to, I don't know, do something good, or he'd be able to come back and see us. Maybe we'd find a way maybe we'd find something for him to do, which was probably not going to involve driving because he had a fucking stroke. And then in his recovery, he had another stroke. Which is really sad. I don't like it. I don't like that at all. That this person has suffered another stroke. What my driver told me is that probably give him 2 or 3 days, and this was last night. So you can't fire someone for dying, because that's not being fired. That's just, well, guess they quit. I mean, you have to separate from the company, because obviously you can't keep them on payroll. They're not doing anything for you. And that's the inhuman part of HR that I don't know. That's where they take the H out of HR. Now, if I get my way, when he does go, I will ensure that there is a presence at his service. I'll make sure we're there. I know there are people who want to be there. I will be there. Yeah. We'll make sure that there are people from our company there. So, yeah. Because he is he was a great part of our company. He is a great person. I mean, that's kind of where we're at with, you know, that's how our company works. We have good people working together. So anyway, yeah. That's enough of that. Tomorrow we're up in Poinet doing the holiday parade. Apparently there's a holiday parade. I didn't know there was one of those until I was asked to be in the holiday parade. So yeah, anyway, that's it for today. And we'll see you, I don't know, later. Hey everyone, it's Saturday. I've already done a lot for a typical Saturday. First off, I got up earlier than normal for a Saturday. Usually on Saturday, if I see AM at all, it's a miracle. Today I saw AM. Sorry, if I see AM and don't just roll over and go back to sleep, that's a miracle. That happened today. I saw AM. Got up, got moving. Get to Poinet. Doing there's a double header of boys and girls basketball games, which is good to have the extra help. Joel was looking for the extra help anyway. And then we did pregame for both of those. Only pregame. Then there was pizza. Of course I ate some fucking pizza. It was nice. He was charging everybody $3 to pay for the pizza. And he said, Scott, you don't put anything in there. I'm like, okay, great. Thanks. There, thanks for the pizza. About 4:15, we start walking to the start of the parade route, about a mile away. And then we did the parade, half mile, maybe a mile. Didn't take long. It didn't take long at all. What it was cold. Like, I did this for like 30 minutes just to keep the valves moving, keep them from freezing up, because that was going to happen. That was going to happen. No, I don't want... There we go. And they do have an 8th grade tuba player. He needs help. We all know that. Like everyone involved knows that, which is good. Oh. Oh, good. I don't have to readjust anything. What I did not expect to happen is when we got back, it was fine. When I got to DeForest, stop at a Quick Trip to get a drink and a snack. Oh man. I was like, I'm fucking wiped. So, yeah. So, according to Joel, I'm playing games of some kind this weekend. I'm saying this, that's what Joel's my band director, the old band director there at Point Ed. Like, I'm gonna play some games, do some other stuff. You forgot laundry, Joel. Joel's laundry's gonna happen, probably tomorrow. No, I also got football scores to go through, because D3's in the quarterfinals, D2's in the semis. NAIA is into semis. FCS is into the quarterfinals. And FBS is finishing up conference championships. Just some things that happened today. Anyway. I want to get those scores in, and then I might go to bed early tonight. I might not even see midnight. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to wake up and get a second wind somewhere. That's just how things work around here. Anyway, good Saturday. Tomorrow should be a nice chill day of probably not going much anywhere. I might go over to Hyde Music to get my tiny tuba in for a cleaning, because it needs it badly. So, I'll get that taken care of. And, I don't know, other stuff. We'll see you later. Hello, everyone. It's Sunday. And if you thought the cough was an indication of anything, it really wasn't. I just pretty much pounded a Pepsi, basically. Excuse me. Today has been nothing. Now, today has been getting all the bowl games ready on the FBS side of things. Came back last night, put in all the scores. It was an interesting day in college football. And the College Football Playoff Committee comes in and says, these teams all get in, fuck all of the rest. That's for the big FBS schools. It's the national championship that doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, I said it. Do you know who the current rating Division I champion in college football is, according to the NCAA? That's right, North Dakota State. This is not a championship that is for college football. It's a championship for money. It's why the FBS exists. Money. That's why bowls exist. Money. That's it. So, you know, whatever. Teams that got in, got in. Definitely a bias toward one conference. I mean, in Division 3, you could argue the same about the WIAC got 4 teams in. We got 10% of the teams. But that's literally a mathematical formula that they use. So, this is a committee of people who sat in a room and said, these are the teams that get in. Top 5 ranked conference champions. They left out Duke, which is fair. They had 5 losses. Well, it's empty. I'm just, yeah. And now, to go through all the bowls. Iowa State and Kansas State, both 6-6. They've lost their head coaches. So they turned around and said, no, we're good. We were already at a point where we needed to add in the 2 teams who were transitioning from FCS, even though they technically should not have gotten into a bowl this year, which is what tells me, hey, maybe that's just a stupid fucking requirement. They're playing a majority FBS schedule. Put them in a fucking bowl if they make enough wins, per the requirements for any other team. They can count 1 FCS win. I believe those 2 schools only played 1 FCS team. Everything else was FBS. And I think Delaware was 6-6. So, but no. Now that we've added those 2 teams, we had to add 2 more anyway because Iowa State and Kansas State said no. So they add in 2 5-7 schools, Rice and Mississippi State. But then Notre Dame goes, wah, I didn't get into the college football playoff, which I could probably have a legitimate gripe. But instead of taking the extra game, even if it is just the Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa, or sorry, the Birmingham Bowl in Birmingham, Alabama, maybe instead they would say, take their ball and go home for the year. That's it. I didn't make the playoff, and these bowls are, I'm too good for these bowls, so wah. Bowls are stupid and outdated anyway. It is an game. That's it. It's one game. That's what a bowl is. It's one game you get to play at the end of the year to say, and the team that wins says, could say we won our last game of the season. We won the last game that we played, and it was in the postseason. You get this trophy, and there's a TV deal, and there's all this extra other shit. Yeah. I kind of see where I'm starting to have a problem with bowls, because it's about money. As I was saying, it's about money before my screen blacked out on me. Thanks, camera. So yeah, I'm excuse me. I'm disillusioned with the Bulls. At this point, they may have to go to 4-8 teams, and that's when Wisconsin might actually end up getting into a fucking bowl game. Here's a list of teams. There's been a big list, actually, of teams that have said no. So, Iowa State, Kansas State declined. Notre Dame declined. They should have been in a bowl. Then you have 5-win teams. Teams who went 5 and 7. Season over. Rice and Mississippi State took over for Iowa State, Kansas State. But Auburn, Florida State, UCF, Baylor, Rutgers, Temple, and Kansas all said no. That's 7 more teams to make a total of 10 who have declined a bowl bid. 10 schools have said no. The FBS, that's not a small number. That's almost 10% of your schools right there. I think there's 136 overall. Is that what there is? There's 81 there. 88, 91, 98. Yeah, 136. Then you have Akron, who has 7 losses, but their APR is so low. Their APR is the bottom of the barrel, and that's academic progress rate, by the way, which is another way of NCAA saying, see, we're talking about student athletes. It's all about academics. It's not. Fuck you. It's about money. There's too many bowls. The Bahamas Bowl canned. I should have just left it. But ESPN was like, well, it's unfair that Delaware and Missouri State got enough wins. They should be able to bowl like everybody else. We'll create another bowl. It'll be fine. How to fix the playoffs. Copy the FCS. No shit, really? But again, it's about money. Anyway, I think the rest of the evening is just going to be me maybe playing some games. I could do laundry, but I don't think I want to. I cook some food. I'll probably do that, actually. If I don't tonight, I have to tomorrow with the cooking food. And yes, I misbehaved tonight. I went to McDonald's after going to Woodman's because man needed TP. When you're as full of shit as I am, you need TP. And Missy's just being Missy. Anyway, I am going to head off for the week. So, thank you all so much for watching. As always, we will see you next week. Take care, everyone.